Today's video is over the 5 possible ways to avoid foreclosure. 5 possible ways to avoid foreclosures. Consult an attorney, consult a financial advisor, and this does not create a broker relationship. So let's get started. Did 2020 hit you like a ton of bricks? Is inflation killing you when it comes to gas, groceries, and everything else? Are the house payments becoming more and more of a struggle to stay on top of and make? Well, if those are some of the things that you've got paying, this video might give you some ideas on how to fix it. If this is your first time to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to ensure you do not miss out on any of my moving to, living in, real estate vlogs, and how to sell your home series videos on the great state of Oklahoma. If we've never met before, my name is Josh Barnett, and the team of agents that I work with and I are receiving calls, texts, emails, and website registrations daily from customers that we're able to help. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or register on our website. All that information is showing up either over here or right there, maybe. But that is where you can reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you. Now let's get today's video on 5 possible ways on how to avoid foreclosure. So I've structured this video kind of in a manner of easiest to hardest ways to avoid foreclosure. So we're going to work on the easiest ones on number 5, and we're going to go to the most difficult ones on number 1, in my opinion. These can be taken however you would like. Not legal advice, not financial advice. So number 5, cut back on your expenses. If you've got cable and you've got it decked out, if you're paying a lot for your cable bill and you have a whole lot of stations that there's just no way that you could consume those stations, cut that bill back. If you're and I know these little minor things, you're like, wow, Josh, how's that going to help me avoid foreclosure? Well, you do a bunch of little steps to add up to a big step. So the goal is to not go through foreclosure. So cut back on your cable bill. If you've got a decked out cell phone, or if you've got a bunch of live streaming channels, let's say you've got cable, you've got Hulu, you've got Amazon Prime, you've got Netflix. Let's say you have a bunch of subscriptions to a bunch of different streaming subscriptions you don't need. Cut them back. Cut the cable down to the very basic, or just get the free antenna that you just connect into the back of your TV and it receives. I can't even tell you how many Roku channels I have through the free antenna. I just have it plugged into my TV. It's a Roku TV that I got at Walmart for like $100, and I don't even watch all the channels. I got little kiddos at home and I work a lot, so I don't get to watch a bunch of TV. But even if I did, there's no way I'd be able to watch them all. So get rid of all the subscriptions. You only need maybe one. And then also look at your vehicle expenses. If your vehicle monthly payment is as much as someone's first-time home payment, and you're having trouble meeting your mortgage payments, making your mortgage payments, then it might be time to cut back on that vehicle expense. It might be time to sell that one and buy, and with the proceeds you get from that, because the car market's doing great right now, go buy a nice used car that's not too old, that your payments either cut in half or non-existent. I haven't looked at the car market, but what I've seen on the Facebook, it's the car market's doing really well. So if you've got a nice used car, you might be able to get a ton of money out of it. And then you could apply that to buying a used car outright, eliminating that payment altogether, or getting that payment cut substantially in half. So the very first step 5, that I would suggest is cut your expenses. Look at everything you're spending money on, cut those expenses. If you're eating out during the month and you're having a hard time paying your mortgage bill, stop eating out. Stop it. Just make a sandwich to go to lunch. If you're having to go into work, if you're not working remotely, but stop eating out. Don't buy things that you don't need. So that was step number 5. Step number 4, if your mortgage payment when you first bought the house had PMI, mortgage insurance on it, and you've paid that mortgage down, or if the property has appreciated, higher than 80% of the loan value, and you're in a loan that allows the mortgage insurance payment to be removed, then call your lender, talk with them about getting that removed. The market's been appreciating like crazy. I just looked at a report for this month's monthly newsletter, and right now the market is up 12.6% on a 12-month rolling average. So you might be in a place where you could pay some money for an appraisal and the lender come in, appraise it. And if your home value is 80% above the loan value, then they would remove that mortgage payment. That'd give you a little bit of breathing room. So if you've cut your house, if you've cut your car payment in half, if you've gotten rid of a couple $100 of subscriptions or even $100 of subscriptions, and then you remove your PMI off your loan too, you might be talking 200, 300, sometimes 400. If you had a really expensive car, you'd be talking $400, $500 monthly savings that could help you make that mortgage payment. So step number 4 is reach out to your lender, find out if your loan qualifies to have the PMI removed. And if it does, work with them on getting that removed. Number 3, I'm not a big fan of refining your mortgage. People do it. I totally get that. Totally understand it. Lowers the payments, but it does cost money. So you definitely want to do a cost versus value calculation on refinancing. Refinancing could be an option too. If you haven't missed payments on your mortgage, but you're having trouble keeping up with it, let's say when you first got the mortgage, you bought it on only a 15-year note. Well, call your lender and see if you could extend that note a little bit. Now, consult your financial advisor before you do this. Extend that note a little bit by maybe 5 years or switch it to 15 to 30 to give you some relief when making those payments. Whatever you do, though, don't do the cash out refi. If you're struggling with the payment already, don't do the cash out refi, because the goal is to stop the foreclosure, is to make it not happen. So these are all steps to do before you get that letter in the mail from the court, from the mortgage holder, basically filing a foreclosure notice on you. So maybe refi, step number 3, maybe refi to make those payments a lot more manageable. Look, a lot of stuff happened in 2020. I totally get it. A lot of people had to make some drastic changes to their lives, and there was changes that was not there. Ask for help. Talk to the lender about removing the mortgage insurance. Talk to them about potentially refi and running your numbers, talking to a financial advisor, talking to an attorney, and figuring out what is best for you. Number 2, and this one, like I said, it goes from easy to difficult. We're going from easy to difficult. So number 2 is it might be too much house. It might be too much house. And if it's too much house, hey, it is what it is. It's too much house. Sell it. The market has been really good for Oklahoma homeowners over the last year. It's okay to downsize. Look, maybe in 2018, 2019, you were killing it at your job. You got that promotion. Everything was going great. But then 2020 happened, and 2020 happened. It just happened. And you're not sitting in the same position that you were back in 2018, 2019. That's okay. That's life. It happened to all of us. Everyone has been affected by what happened in 2020 worldwide. If the house payment is stressing you out so much that you're not able to spend time with your family, you're not able to spend time with your friends, you're getting sick on the inside because of that house payment, and you're facing foreclosure, sell it. Call a real estate agent. If you're here in Oklahoma, my team and I would love to sit down with you and show you what your current home value is. Now, that doesn't mean you have to choose us. We'll give you our value proposition. We'll show you how we help lots of people sell their houses. But meet with someone that you know, like, and trust. Have them go over the numbers with you. Get them last mortgage statement out. Let them know what your payoff is so they can run the numbers for you, so you know what you're going to get out of the home and what that provides as far as down payment in your new home. Okay? There's a reason there's a term called house broke. House broke. You know, when lenders qualify, the guidelines allow lenders to qualify you for, I'm not a lender, so verify with the lender, I believe up to 52% of your income. If 52% of your income is going to your house, and you still got to buy groceries. You still got to pay for student loans. You've got to sometimes pay for a car bill. You got to pay for your kid for food. You got to eat. You got to pay utilities. Houses have maintenance. Maintenance costs on houses are 1 to 2% annually. So you still have a whole bunch of expenses. So if you maxed out that 52% qualification for a home loan, verify with the lender. I'm not a lender. I'm not giving you lending advice. Then you may be house broke. Sell it. Sell that house. Downsize. There are still buyers buying houses daily in all the different price ranges. Sell it, downsize. You can always come back to that house later when everything picks back up, or you can get that, or the house that you downsize to maybe even better than the house that you were living in. But that's step number 2. This is one of these are more drastic steps, is sell it. Take that equity, move it into a new house, move it into a lower payment. The cost of moving is expensive. I get that. But if it puts you in a position where you're not coming home every day and you're worried about not paying the mortgage, then it's worth the work. Everything that's worthwhile involves work, unless you win the lotto. But even that took work. I mean, those people, it is a game of chance, but it still takes work to do it. You got to go buy the lotto ticket, right? You got to go buy the lotto ticket. And then number 1, okay, these go from easiest to most difficult. To avoid foreclosure, the number 1 item that I could think of, I'm not an attorney and I'm not your financial advisor, but the number 1 item to avoid foreclosure is a short sale. It is a short sale. That would be my number 1 item that I list. There's these are just 5 items. If a storm comes through and sucks your house away in a tornado and your family's safe and in a tornado shelter, that's another way too, but that's not on the list because, I mean, who chance of that happening? But but the item number 1 for this video on possible ways to avoid foreclosure is a short sale. That's a process where you have to get the person that owns the note to agree to take less money for what is owed on the property. So if you have, for say, $400,000 house, and a short sale would be difficult in this market because the market's doing so good. But let's say, for example, you have $400,000 house and the market value of that home is only $350,000, but you owe $400,000 on it. That would be difficult in this market because we have such a good appreciation rate. But if that's a situation you're in, you can go through the process, and it's a drawn out process. It's long. I actually refer short sales to 2 real estate buddies of mine that specialize in them, and they help people get them done. And they've got a system that works, and they've proven it over the last 8 years or so. I don't know how long they've been doing it, but they've been doing it a long time. But you get the bank to accept payment on the note that is less than what is owed. And that's like an hour. That's like a 5-day video on how to do that. And I would not be the one you'd want to listen to, but there is an option to potentially sell your home short if the bank agrees to it, because you're breaking a contract. It's the mortgage and a note. They're legal documents. You've got to consult an attorney. You got to consult experts when you do that. But a short sale is breaking an agreement, breaking a legal document, breaking a contract to sell your home short. But both parties agree to it, and then it is done. When you talk to your financial advisor, when you talk to your attorney, potential negative results happen from doing that. In today's market, it might be a little difficult, but that is for you and your short sale advisor, your attorney, your financial advisor to look at and talk with your bankers about, because you got to get the bank to agree to potentially letting you get that taken done. So let's roll through this real quick. When it's hard times and you're facing foreclosure on your home, there are 5 items that I could think of that you would want to look at. Consult an attorney, consult your financial advisor. But number 5 is cut all your expenses. Number 4 is see if you can remove the PMI. Number 3 is check to see if you can refi and if it makes financial sense. Number 2 is to sell the current home and downsize. Sell the current home and downsize. And then item number 1 is a potential short sale. Item number 1 is potential short sale. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Once again, if it's the first time to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, that little notification bell to let you know when one of my new videos drop on moving to, living in, and how-to videos on real estate in Oklahoma. My name is Josh Barnett. The agents that I work with at eXp Realty and I are here to earn your business. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or register on our website, and we will reach out to you and help you with your relocating to, moving within real estate needs in Oklahoma. I've listed 3 great attorneys below in no particular order. They're all great attorneys. You can talk to them. I'm sure they give free consultations on your particular situation, but you'll want to talk with them. And I've listed a financial advisor down below too. I'm not endorsing any of them. They're just people that other customers have used in the past, and they've been happy with their results. So you're all adults. You make your own decisions when it comes to that. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you on the next clip. Give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email. No email. These go from easiest to most difficult. Here, let me do that differently. You want to verify with the ramifications? You want to talk to what ramification? I got to look up that word. I love how I can get Google to tell me how to pronounce words, because sometimes I have a word in my head, but I don't know how to pronounce it right. But short sale.